The Waldorf West Library is the largest branch in the Charles County Public Library system. Opening in 2012, it is also the newest branch in the system. It is host to over 600 patrons per day. It is also host to a series of bizarre and unexplained disappearances over the past 2 years.
The first disappearance happened in November of 2016. Darian Walters was 15 at the time. He went to the library to go to a comic book program. He rode his bike there all the time, but that night he never came home.
Security surveillance footage shows Walters entering the men's room on November 18, 2016. Hours of footage later shows he never exited the room. Darius Walters simply disappeared.
When I was assigned the story, I figured maybe he changed clothes or maybe found another way out. But they scoured the footage frame by frame. They searched every inch of that restroom. There was no way he could get out of there without being seen, but there was one clue.
A button was found inside the paper towel dispenser. Police could not conclusively link the button as evidence in the investigation at first. This would soon change.
Mr. Walters has not been seen since his disappearance in 2016, but he wasn't the last to disappear from the library property.
911, what's your emergency?
As the librarian in charge this evening, one of our staff members have disappeared.
Disappeared? What do you mean, they left?
No, she was upstairs roving, asking people if they needed help. We were about to close. She went to check to make sure the study rooms were closed. She went to the back of the library, and now she's gone.
You're sure she didn't leave?
Her car's still in the parking lot.
What's her name?
Judith Miller.
Miss Miller was last seen checking one of the group rooms in the back of the library. There's only one way in or out. She enters, the door closes, and when we lose visual contact, she's gone without a trace.
Police are called to investigate. Once again, there is no sign of a struggle or even an alternate means of escape. Judith Miller simply vanishes off the face of the earth.
Judith is a kind person. She loves her job. Some customers would specifically ask for Judith when she comes to come help them. She hosted a ton of great children's programs. She's loved by everyone around here. Why would anybody... There's no reason for her to want to leave. But the things we found in her locker, there's no way that was hers.
When we searched through Miss Miller's effects, we found a sock puppet in her locker. Based on the testimony of other witnesses, we suspect that this was not one of her personal possessions, and that this item had been placed in her locker. However, no DNA or prints could be obtained from the evidence.
But what's really interesting about the sock puppet is that it's missing one of its button eyes. If you go back to the disappearance of Darian Walters, you'll recall that a similar eye was found. To me, this links the two disappearances without a doubt.
Who would put a strange puppet in Judith Miller's locker, and why? But most importantly, where is Judith Miller?
After the first two disappearances, the library was on full alert. There was a police presence there all the time. You'd think nobody would try anything else, right? After a while, things calmed down a bit. But then, it happened again. But this time, we get the biggest clue of all.
July 11th, 2018. Midsummer. The library is in full swing. In the most daring and strangest disappearance yet, Roger Thoreau, owner of a local towing company, walks into the upstairs restroom. He appears to be on his cell phone.
Mr. Thoreau, based on witness testimony, had been using one of the library computers when suddenly his cell phone rang loudly.
The dude's sitting there, his cell phone goes off. Really loud, too. Like, you don't forget stuff like that. He gets up and he keeps saying things like, "Who is this? How'd you get this number?" and all that. But then he gets shushed by the librarian. It's a library, right? So he leaves around the corner and he goes to the upstairs bathroom.
A few moments later, Thoreau steps out of the bathroom, still on the phone, clearly agitated, until a moment later.
Two hands reach out and grab him. Somebody was in the bathroom, but why didn't he see somebody in there?
For the first time, we have visual confirmation that there is a suspect. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough evidence to move forward. No face, not enough information on clothing, height, race, even gender, and once again, no trace of a suspect or the victim. They just vanished into thin air.
This time, another clue was found.
The puzzle piece.
A single puzzle piece was found. It is unclear what the image of the puzzle might be.
Rumors started flying among the staff. Was it a patron? A disgruntled employee? Some people even said it could be a ghost. I don't know about that, but some librarians left, and so have some patrons. Now nobody goes anywhere without a buddy anymore, even to the bathroom, especially to the bathroom.
When we attempted to contact the library to comment about the disappearances, an official statement was released, saying in part, "It is unfortunate that these events continue to occur at one of our branches. We continue to cooperate fully with the Charles County Sheriff's Department, and our thoughts go out to the patrons and staff who are missing, and to their families." What is happening at Waldorf West? Where did the 3 missing people go? Are they still okay? And who is responsible? Until we have answers, be careful where you go at the Waldorf West branch.